Hi, this is Katie with craftingwithkatie.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to be making a card using my new Imagine Snow Angel cartridge. I pre-ordered it a month ago and it just finally arrived yesterday. So I'm very excited to use it. So I was looking through the little handbook and I think this little hat and booties are so cute, so I'm going to use those to make a card. So I'm just going to hit plus to add the hat. And then I'll go ahead and do the same with the little booties. And then I'm going to go ahead and edit those. So I'm going to start with the hat. So I'll click on it. Oops. I'm going to hit the little pencil. You know, it was interesting. I have not updated my Imagine yet because I have a Mac. But when I got the Snow Angel cartridge, it said there was an update on there that I had to do before I used it. So I went ahead and do that, and it seems to have slowed down my Imagine. So I'm hoping soon I can do the full update and that will fix it. So I'm going to cut this in layers. I'm hitting the layers button. And I'm going to change the size to 3 inches. And I'll apply that. Okay, and then for the little booties, I'm going to cut them at 2 inches, and I'll go ahead and use the layers for that as well. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to hit my next button, and we'll see how it looks on the mat. And you'll notice that it's not going to use the full 12 by 12 piece of white paper. So it looks like 12 by 5 will be just fine. So that's what I'm going to put on my mat. If you wanted to, you could use these arrow keys to change the height of your paper. But to be honest, I usually don't even bother because I can see, just like on my Gypsy, exactly where it's going to cut and just put what I need on my mat. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. So I decided to make one more thing to put on my card using this cartridge, and that's going to be a little coordinating mat. So I'm going to go to the stock images, and I know there's a rounded square. I think I'm going to make a square card today. So I'm going to choose this. We'll go ahead and add that. And then I'm going to fill it with one of the patterns from Snow Angel. And when I was looking through the handbook, I saw this one right here. I thought was super cute. It's really the same pattern that's on the booties, just in different colors. So I'm going to cut that at 4 inches. Alright, so I've gone ahead and inked around all of the edges of my pieces using a Colorbox Chalk Cat's Eye ink. I just used this top shade, which is just a light brown. So I'll be putting those together in a moment. I'll get those out of the way. And then another thing I did was I made this little sentiment ticket, and I just want to show you what I used. This is a die I got from Paper Tray Ink, a ticket die, and it's really cute. You can actually have a lot of attached tickets, or after you punch it you can tear them and you get this little perforated edge. So I went ahead and I inked around that. I used Paper Tray Ink Aqua Mist cardstock. And then the stamp I used is from this stamp set. It's called On Ice. It's also Paper Tray Ink, and I like this sentiment, enjoy the chill of winter. So that's my little sentiment. And then I went ahead and cut a card base, again using the Aqua Mist. And this is cut at 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. And I used my corner chomper to get the rounded corners. The next layer is dark chocolate cardstock, also Paper Tray Ink, and that is cut at 4.25 by 4.25 so that I can layer my 4-inch rounded square that I cut from the Imagine. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my ATG gun and adhere these two together. So that's going to be my card base, and I'm going to go ahead and use some Paper Tray Ink Top Notch Twill ribbon, and I'm just going to cut a piece long enough to go across and wrap around the back a little bit. So I'll cut that. And I'll use my ATG gun to adhere this. Got a little bit off the edge, but you can just smooth that down with your finger if that happens. Okay. There we go. All right. Very cute. So now this is going to be adhered to the Aqua Mist card base. Okay, and I'm going to make the card so it opens up that way. So we'll just adhere this down. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is put these guys together, and I'm going to be layering these, maybe using a little pop dot. So I'll go ahead and do that. I've gone ahead and adhered the pieces together, all the little layers, and for this part here I actually used some pop dot squares. And then for everything else I adhered it to the card using Scotch quick dry adhesive. And I wanted to add a little bit of bling to it, so I'm using teeny tiny little gems from Imaginease. I just got an eye rock a few weeks ago, and I'll just go ahead and show you how to apply one of them. So you take your eye rock and you slide this down and hold down so the light comes on for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then you just go ahead and press down on the gem. And it's usually about 5 seconds, and you can feel it start to slide around when the glue is wet, and so that one is adhered. So I'm going to go ahead and put another one here, a bigger one on top, one on this booty, and also one on this booty, but I'm putting it, I haven't attached this yet because I want to pop this one up a little bit, and it's a lot easier since you have to apply pressure with the eye rock to do this when it's flat and not sticking up on a pop dot. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, I've got all my little gems adhered, so now I'm just going to turn this booty over and attach some little foam adhesive squares. Okay, so I'm going to just put this one right here, and there's the completed card. Now the next thing I think I'm going to do is to make an envelope to go with this card. Since it's a 4.5 inch card, I don't have any envelopes in that size. So I'm going to try using my Imagine to make an envelope in a pattern that coordinates with the card, just using a pattern from the Snow Angel cartridge. Okay, for my envelope, I'm going to be loading the Walk in My Garden cartridge on the left-hand side, because there's a really nice square envelope on that cartridge. And on the right-hand side, I still have Snow Angel. Okay, I have this message saying the cartridge not readable. I've had this happen occasionally, and somewhere I read that if you try flipping the cartridge over, sometimes that will help. And so far for me, that's worked, so let's see. Yes, it worked. Perfect. Okay, so this is the Walk in My Garden overlay, and if you hit Shift, you'll be able to find the square card, which is this one right here. Now the nice thing about the Imagine is that you can take your images from your old Cricut cartridges and flood fill them with a pattern or color, and that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to edit this, and when I was looking through the different patterns for this Snow Angel cartridge, I saw this really cute brown one that's actually the same pattern that's in my little booties, it's just a different color. And because my card is 4.5 inches, I'm going to change the relative size to 4.5 inches. And I'll apply that, and we'll see how it looks on the mat. Great, so I haven't tried this before, making an envelope, but I think it's going to turn out very cute. So I'll go ahead and print this. Here's how the envelope turned out. Super cute. So what I need to do now is just go ahead and score it. So I'm using my Score Pal. And there are little notches on here. which I'm hoping with the future update of the Imagine, we can get rid of those, like a hide contour, as you can do in Design Studio or the Gypsy. Because when you fold these, you know, it's like there's a little notch cut out of the edges, kind of where you crease it. I don't really like it. So I'm scoring all 4 sides. And we'll just put this together. How cute is that? And turn it over. Isn't that adorable? So I just had another idea looking at my envelope, which is the dark brown, and I'm not going to be able to write on that. I was thinking it'd be really fun to take like a little label. This is just, it's hard to see here. This is an Avery label, and I was thinking it'd be cute to just try to print on that little hat that I used originally on the card. So I'm going to find that again. Oops, there it is. And I'll go ahead and add that. And we'll go ahead and change the size of it. Now my labels are about 1 1/4 inches, so I'm going to change the size of this. Oops. Keep it combined. I'm going to change the size to 1 inches. We'll apply. If this works out, I think it'll be really cute. Go to next. And there it is. So teeny tiny. Very hard to see. All right, I'll give it a try anyway. So the one thing I want to do is change my settings so it's only going to print this time. And change it to print only. So this is pretty hard to see, but it's too bad you can't zoom in on that map. I'm just kind of making my best guess of exactly where this is going to print, and we'll see what happens. So I'm just right now sticking my label onto my mat. Let me just zoom out so you can see this. Okay, so there's my label. And I'm going to go ahead and try to load this. It's a little hard in front of the camera. We'll hit next. And I hope this works. It would be really cute. And then this should be pretty quick since it's only going to print. It's not going to cut. And here's how my little tag turned out. Isn't this so cute? So, like I said, this is just an Avery label. And I'm going to put it right on my envelope. And this way I could either mail this, I would just have to pay extra postage because it's a square envelope, or if I'm just giving it to someone, write their name on here. But isn't that cute? And it all coordinates. Everything coordinates using the Imagine. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.